Okay, you see the dark Lord that just came out the dark David, and then when he killed the man to sleep with his wife, didn't the same God protect him? Because it's the dark Lord, it's not the creation. Like David was pardoned and forgiven, right? Of course, that, but it wasn't the creation. The dark Lord makes
man, it get real tricky. It get real tricky. But again, look, it ain't like so what first one we went to was First Chronicles 20. If you keep reading the story, you'll see it's the same exact story. So you got First Chronicles 21:1, 2 Samuel 24:1, and they both are talking about David numbering Israel, which he was commanded not to do by his God.
It says, and again, the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go number Israel and Judah. For the king said to Joab, the captain of the host, which was with him, go now through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the number of the people. And Joab said unto the king, now the Lord God, thy God, add unto the people, how many soever they be, and 100-fold, and that the eyes of the Lord of the king may see it. But why do it, my Lord, the king delight in this thing? Okay, why don't you stop right there? So now,
what verse you at?
You see, I'm on 143. So now, do you see the difference? Now, do you see? Now, Tiny, do you see the difference between the same account? The same account. The one say Satan was angry against Israel and provoked David to number. Then you got the one that says
the Lord. So look, if you can read in the one, which one say Satan? Is the First Chronicles? What you just read? You just read it. If you can read Chronicles, read down to verse. What verse you go to? 3, 4. Go ahead, read that down to 3. The one you was reading. It's the same. It's the same exact story. 21:1.
And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it.
So look, Tiny, we seeing that it's the same story. It's just one say the Lord or Yahweh or Yah, the other one say Satan. What else you say?
Verse 3. And Joab answered the Lord, make his people 100 times so many as they be, but my Lord, the king, are they not all my Lord's servants? Why then to Israel.
So the general or the captain of his army is like, what you doing this for? Like, you know what I mean? May the Lord do this to my Lord, because David is his Lord at the same time. Men hold the title of Lord too. You know, like men hold the title of God or whatever. But notice, somebody try to tell you, well, those are two separate stories. No, they're not. That event happened one time. So the writer of Chronicles says Satan is the one. 2 Samuel 24 says it was the Lord. Now you at that crossroads I was just talking about. Everybody that reads the Bible picks and chooses. Who you gonna side with? You gonna say, okay, well, the Lord got angry. His anger was kindled against David, and he moved him against Israel to number Israel. Or you gonna say it was Satan that stood up and did it, right? Now trip off this. That leads to that takes it even further now, because somebody can easily read that and say, well, is Satan the Lord? It's the same story. Is Satan, Slick Willie himself, the Lord that we read about? Because in our mind, the Lord is the creator, the all-powerful. You see what I'm saying? Or somebody will say, well, Satan worked for the Lord. So the Lord sent them in. Either way, it's all bad. It's a bad deal anyway. What I'm saying.
The Lord that came out the sky. It's a demonic entity. So it is.
Yeah, it's either way. It's like, say you held up top that the Lord is who you claim it is. Because if you saying the Lord, but you mean the creator, omnipotent, or okay, say you held that in your mind, right? When you read that story right there, you either gonna say the Lord is Satan, or Satan worked for the Lord. The Lord sent him, like with Job. Either way, it's all bad, because even if you send somebody on the hit, you're still responsible for it. You still, like with Job, you know, they made a wager. And have you not seen my servant Job?
Right.
An upright and perfect man in the earth.
Person did kill Job.
You know what I mean? And it was like, it's only because you got a hedge around him.
A loving God.
You know what I mean? Take his hedge, and then I bet he curse you. So they enter into a wager. What we call him the Lord and Satan over the life of Job, a perfect servant. So he told, so the Lord told Satan, have your way with him, just you don't got the power to take his life. So guess what? So Satan moves based off what the Lord tell him to do.
So why would a loving God allow his most righteous servant to be tortured and punished that way?
A lot of people say there'll be a test.
No, but a loving God will not allow that to happen.
Will he test you though?
Not all knowing. He ain't gonna move your head.
A loving God is all knowing. We need to test you, we already know. If he knows the number of the hairs on your head, he knows the beginning to the end.
Ask yourself this: when Yahshua will allow it to happen, it's an immediate no. So the Father wouldn't allow it to happen.
Right.
Look,
But it's in the
what
scripture where he tests me. So
right, but
is that him in scripture?
right. So watch this. Do he tempt you or test you with sin?
Or evil.
No.
That's awesome.
Do he tempt you or test you with evil or sin?
Tempt or test.
It's the same thing. Some people say, oh, he just tested. Yeah, with evil. Would he tempt you to go kill your child? Like, say you heard God's voice right now. You swore it was him and answered in the highest name, and he was dark skinned, woolly hair, voice of many waters, had red eyes. I'm your God. When you was convinced, you heard his voice.
Right.
I'm saying when you heard the message coming from the deity as in murder, and not just any old murder. I want your little joke as a burnt offering. At that moment, you got to be on some, you either going to say, sir, yes, sir, or you going to say, hell no, I'm not doing that. Hell you mean? I'm not going to kill my children. Because at that moment, that's not the creator hollering at you. That is a false God attempting to get you to yield. Yeah. But James 1 and 13. Can we go there next? Let's go to James 1 and 13. Let's go to James 1 and 13. So you got Genesis 22 that says God tempted Abraham to offer up Isaac as a burnt offering. Yeah, you can. It says James 1 and 13 says,
let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. But God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any.
He don't tempt you with evil. He can't be tempted with evil. He don't tempt with evil, nor does he tempt any man. James 1 and 13. Now that contradicts Genesis 22 and 1 about God tempted Abraham to offer up Isaac.
So that debunks that happened to Abraham, right? That wasn't created.
No.
Or that it did happen and it wasn't created at all, it was the Lord God.
Yeah, it was a false God at that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because the message was offer up your child as a burnt offering. That's why I keep saying, just listen for the message. You ain't got to trip off with a thing. You ain't got to trip off with a thing. Look like what name it, answer in, or if it can do a slight miracle for you. They in the spirit world. Whatever they do gonna look like a miracle to you. Like crazy. Like if this thing start levitating right now, you're like, oh! You understand? So what I'm saying is none of that matters if you're trying to identify if this is of the creator or not. Only the message matters. If he show up looking total opposite of what you thought, right? But the message was love, life, liberty, and happiness to all, without the murder of any. You listen to that. It don't matter what it look like and what it say or whatever. But if it show up looking like you expect, looking like Billy D. Williams or something, but the message is rape, pillage, village, take over lands, burn down, and enslave. Nah, don't do that at all. That's not of the creator. It's real simple. If we just keep it on that, you can't be fooled. It's impossible to be fooled at that point. Go ahead, Mama.
So y'all say
In the 10 Commandments, when it says, "Thou shalt not kill,"
Mm.
shouldn't say, "Thou shalt kill not one." It says, "Thou shalt not kill."
Exactly.
He's the creator. He's over everything. He doesn't have to use man as an instrument to kill another man, does he?
No.
Technically, he would.
If he wanted to, he can destroy worlds. He can shift and change continents. Right on that. So he doesn't need a man to go and destroy another nation and make sure that you kill the goats, cows, the kids.
Hey, even the babies, Mama. That it's
So, with that being said, then the question mark comes. That wasn't a creator. So what about our Father? That is another deity.
That's a deity.
That's exactly doing what they do.
Yeah.
That's why he keeps telling you to in simplicity.
Yeah.
I am who I am. I don't have a name. You can call me God. You can call me Lord if that's what you want. I am that I am.
Yeah.
And it's true.
It just comes down to the idea you hold up top about the creator. Like, all right, when you saying God, Lord, or creator, do you mean the all-powerful, all-knowing, ever-present that ain't nobody ever seen? If that's what you mean when you saying Lord, hey, they fur ball. It ain't no foul. There's no flag on the play with that. He ain't really tripping off what you saying. It's more about what you doing, you know what I mean, and the message that is coming forth. Are you loving your neighbors yourself, or is you just, going through frivolous rites and ceremonies like I kept the Passover, I kept the Feast of Tabernacles, I kept the Day of Atonement and fasted. My lips got white. You know what I mean? You going through frivolous ceremonies, or are you really serving the Creator by doing works of righteousness to your name?
So that's why you have free will.
Yes. You got free will, and trip off this. Every decision you make is on you. So if you decide to get out there and do something that you know is wrong and you're jammed up, you got to eat that. You got to deal with it. Anybody can say that. The one woman that drowned her babies back in the, what was it, the 90s, that one white woman drowned all 4 of her babies in the bathtub. Said Jesus told her to do it. You see? So what I'm saying is, it's thousands of thoughts that run through all our minds every day. You supposed to filter that. And if something come knocking at you, like somebody came knocking at that door right now and was on something that we all felt was scandalous, man, you gotta go. No, you can't come up in here. You supposed to do the spirit world the same way. Who was you? What you want? What's the message? No, I don't agree with that. Bye. Because all they are just people without physical bodies. They just persons. That's it. Now you can order them little jokers like your children. Hey, sit down. Move. Go over there. Hey, you got all the authority.
They don't ask the kids, so ask them why I got to.
Yeah, go sit down.
So, right, he's saying that Isaiah 58 just came up. It says Israel will fast, and then it says God will fast. There's 2 different ways of fasting, but he says that I choose that fast for you. I chose the fast for you to give bread to the hungry, and to bring the poor that are cast out of thy house.
That's how you serve.
Thou seest the naked, and thou cover him.
That's right.
And thou not hide thyself from thy own flesh.
That's right. Works of righteousness.
And works of righteousness is the fast, instead of what we normally do. Say, okay, we ain't gonna eat, or we fasting for power, or we fasting for to fight the enemy.
No, he wants you. He wants you. The Creator. Yes, because for one, a lot of people really ain't really on that. So a lot of people ain't as spiritual as you think. Is what I'm saying. Like when you dealing with that, you got to be ready to bind the strong man, like the script say. It don't just say that just for you to sneeze at it. Like you enter into some type of spiritual warfare. You trying to get a spirit to move or whatever. It's a science to it. It's steps you got to take. Sometimes you got to whoop on that joker for a couple hours. You got to whoop on him. You know what I mean? Just put light on him for a couple hours. You'll see all types of convulsion and all this extra. But some people do all that to be seen and seem as if they all deeper than that. But the thing is, none of that means nothing if you're not doing the righteous work to your neighbor. Messiah said it. We done cast out names in your devil, so they had the authority and power. We didn't cast out devils in your name, right? And he said, "Depart from me, I never knew you."
So wait a minute.
So just because you are here,
okay, they say we cast out demons
in your name.
He said,
I never knew you. Depart from me. You see? So the deal is you can be doing all that, but not loving your neighbors yourself. That's the fast he's talking about. That's the service of who you call God or Lord that he's talking about. That right there. The righteous work that you do for the next man, woman, and child is the proof that you serve the ever-present Creator. That's the only proof. Yeah, so you can't just be a scumbag your whole life. Claim you just quoting scriptures and saved and doing spiritual works, but you not loving the next man, woman, and child as yourself. You turn your nose up at the bums. Yeah, you just.
I got a question for you. What about like the Christians and the Muslims and the people who do good works, but they don't know the Creator or they serve another God?
Yeah, so no, that's an excellent question actually. All those will end up at the gates of the kingdom of the Creator arguing about Muhammad, Jesus, Buddha, or whatever. They can't withstand the light of his kingdom. So yes, that's good. They got half of it right. But the other half is remove them idols out your heart. You got to get them gone. You can't. There's no comparing Creator with none of that. Every God you ever called on out your mouth is a creation, a son or a daughter of the Creator. No matter what God or goddess niggas been praying to, it don't matter. That's not the Creator. That is a son or daughter of. See what I'm saying? So step one is to remove the idols. Get that going, right? Step two is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's what he's looking for. He ain't looking for none of the lip service. Practice good works with one another. Actually love one another. Look out for one another. You know what I mean? That's how the angels operate in the heavens. That's how they operate. They're not individuals. They ain't off doing their own thing. You feel me? Creator call for them to go make a move and go manage the world. It's millions of them that rally up. Oh, okay. This is what we doing. Yeah, we got to build a ship to travel over here to get the ship built. You feel me? They all collectively focus on what they got to get done in the name of the Creator and they go no business. They live communally in the heavens. They don't live like you live on the north side, you live on the south. They all live together. You know what I mean? With spiritual powers, and whenever the Creator call for them to get it done, they go get it done. Collectively. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Acts chapter 2 was trying to tell us. At the end of Acts chapter 2, into Acts chapter 4, they was living all things in common. They brought everything together. And it was divvied up based off necessity. There was no rich among us. There's no poor amongst us. If your family is the size of 10, don't need as much as my family's size of 2. You know what I mean? And that's how that works. We bring all our resources together, and that's how we cover ourselves in this capitalistic construct. It ain't no, oh, dang, Nehemiah just lost his job. What that mean to us? What that mean to us? His problem is our problems. What that mean Jericho just lost his job? His problem is our problems. He still got skills. You feel me? We can still use his skills to generate some resources to help the family. You see what I'm saying? So the whole living is different.
It is. That's why I'm just saying, like, it's easy to say that, but now in time with the folks we dealing with, it's hard because you literally have maybe a two to few that do what you saying, like
Exactly.
your people and stuff.
Exactly.
If you weren't trying to do that, where this way, you know, it's like,
Hey, you right. Hey, but you about this? Hey, boo, you right? But ask yourself this. Why is it that the Mexicans can do it? So it can be done. It's just we got some we bullheaded up top.
So we was you know, and disenfranchised.
Yeah.
We used to do that. We had the Black Wall Streets and all that.
Exactly.
But they turned us into individuals.
So we can't say it can't be done because it has been done. You gotta have it. You got.
Group of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can call me like, hey, we need help. We need to open your door.
Yeah.
You know, just start whatever it is.
Yep. So it's
Nobody's not outside.
so look. It starts small like what we doing. You did, and then it moves and it continues to grow and escalate. You know what I mean? But they come back. There's many parts to building a society. You know what I mean?
Where we couldn't go in with white people because we couldn't bargain with white folks. We had to work amongst ourselves. We were confined in one area. You couldn't move over here in Clayton, out here in North County. You couldn't move. You had to be in this one area. So people depended on each other. They knew each other's kids. It was raising each other's kids. You get put out of one house, you other open up the back door to another house. It's just how it
Look
works.
to your neighbor house and get some food for your family.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
That's what it's going back to.
But when they divided,
It's going back to.
So when they divided the neighborhood, they distributed people. When you distribute people, everybody become isolated in their own
Okay, so let's
island.
just say you got, let's say you got your house, nice, big home, whatever, and you got space. You got maybe some distant cousins or some friends or somebody that's out of work.
Right.
You say, okay, y'all, come on, you gotta come home, stay with me. And then they in your house, turn your house up.
Yeah,
You
see.
go to work, when you go to work,
Right.
they eating up everything great, and they ain't trying to, okay, you might not have a job, but you ain't trying to get one. So at that point, what
They gotta go.
Hey, look, but
see
see,
what I'm saying? Then if that ain't doing, it's good work.
hey, but look, that's what I'm saying. So the whole blueprint of the whole blueprint. The truth about this, when we grew up in you know, going to public school and all that, they had us doing something from birth called pledging allegiance.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm saying it was that was for a reason, because whatever society that you are part of, you're gonna have to pledge your allegiance to it. Like you're gonna have to sacrifice your time, your self-interest, right? And your resources. You know what I mean? To make the world a paradise for the next generation. It really ain't even about us. We'll be building for them to take over and do that. Now, with this type of society or family that we build in, that come with rites and ceremonies. You know what a rite and ceremony is, like you do the communion, going to church and all that. It come with pledges. It come with you coming into the covenant of the Creator. You understand? So you ain't just free willing let anybody in. It's those who really want to serve their Creator. So if cuz want to pop up, then you know he got to come through and put his pain in for a year to see if this is exactly what he want to do. At the end of that year, if he want to take his covenants and vows to the Creator, and you know what I mean, he can join the family. But it's definitely a vetting process. You ain't just putting the ad in the paper and say everybody come home. You know what I mean? It's a vetting process. You dig? But you're gonna have to put your pain in for about a year. So that means you're gonna have to learn how to, you know, get your greenhouse on. And you know, gonna learn to get your carpentry on. Cuz ain't gonna be sitting around scratching. We finna be working every day. You know what I mean? Doing masonry work, laying cement. Yeah. We got work to do. Work to do. Now, if he see the vision and we got work for him to do, and he stick around for a whole year, cuz you ready to go ahead and take your players to the Creator and all that. Now, if he get there and he's like, oh hell, I thought I was just finna be here scratching and playing the game all day and eating up y'all food. You did, cuz you gotta give it 5. We pray before the altar of the Creator, and we get to work. We out in the field. Like, you couldn't even be lazy around us. Eventually, guess what he gonna do? Man, I gotta go, man. I ain't excited for this. He gonna remove himself. You ain't even gotta, do that. You just gotta be the light and be the example. That's all you gotta do. You dig? And those who ain't really with it gonna be like, man, I'm not gonna waste my resources with these Negroes. These niggas crazy. You know what I mean? But it's definitely
It's a beautiful thing to build a neighborhood, community like that. That would be so powerful.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it can happen. When y'all get a chance, and that Owaspy is the last book, is called The Book of Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth. Oh, it's powerful. Everybody show up, architects and engineers and the priests from all these different religions arguing.
There's some white people doing it right now after they went and got the land and they want all sorts of things. No blacks, no nothing over there. So the Africans over there like, hey, this is our land. And y'all done came over and built a whole community. They got a school, hospital, they got the land, they growing their own food, they teaching their kids on a straight higher level than, so they got other Caucasians that's coming from all around the world as teachers, doctors, farmers, all that, and they coming over and they building and they got more and more land, but they say, can't no blacks come in there, so the Africans like, how bold are y'all to come on our land, but they doing what we supposed to be doing. And they was building more. I mean, they was showing construction where they straight.
Yeah.
And people just, the white people sending them money to build up.
This earth is wide, man.
Every time we try to build, it gets destroyed.
Yeah, but we destroyed ourselves. Can't blame white man. We doing it to each other.
We are, but white man doing it too.
Yeah.
Like for example, Eric Spencer boxing. He bought 100 acres of land in Texas, 100 acres, and then all the seriously got burnt up. And then Javante Davis, he bought his whole neighborhood got burnt down. So
you gotta have security. You gotta have your people that's gonna be our fight.
Hey man, look.
We can do it.
Yeah, but look, you gotta also see there's a spiritual aspect to all this we talking about. Remember, I said that the Acts chapter 2, Acts chapter 4, that's how the angels live in the heavens. That's how they live. The only way you'll know that is if you was reading the Owaspy a little bit. You'd be like, dang, they straight live how we supposed to be living. And that's why I say, thy kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You supposed to mimic how they live in the heavens is how you supposed to mimic on earth.
So where can we go in scripture in the Bible to where they live in heaven? That's what
I mean, you got a few scriptures, but I mean, and the mystery of that is actually in Owaspy, that the angels actually live like that. They live communally, you know what I mean? Share resources, do all that extra stuff to get the work of the Creator done. What I'm saying is, us asking in the prayer that His kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven.
Right.
And you see that Yahshua hung out with them and told them about the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven before He ascended. Notice one of the first things they did was structure how they live amongst each other.
Right.
They start building communities.
Right.
All these different communities make up the kingdom of heaven on earth. But it's you that's building it. It ain't like everybody got to live where we gonna live at.
Right.
You know what I mean? But all your communities got to be modeled off this same example.
Right.
That's what that is. We all ain't gonna be living off one. All us move to Arkansas and live. No, that's not what they're saying. You can be in Scotland, Ireland, wherever you at. You know what I mean? It just got to be modeled off the Creator's kingdom. As it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. Our job is to turn earth into a paradise, actually. And that's the blueprint. Capitalism ain't going to do it. Democracy ain't going to do it. Voting and nothing ain't going to do it. The system is doing what it's supposed to do. It produced racism and police killings and mass shootings, and everybody be like, well, why? Like, what you mean, why? This is what the system produces. The Creator system produces paradise. You see, and we've seen flashes of it throughout history. You know what I mean? But it can't be done. Other than that, you're just going to be a victim to capitalism. And, well, I'm living check to check. I just lost my job, and now I got to file for unemployment. You're a slave at that point. You dependent on the mercy of a government that ain't even yours.
Right.
You see? Or you can live together in a community with like-minded people. You dig? But you got to make sure you vet them and get them together. Some people get crazy. They have Messiah complexes. They start thinking they the leader. And, you know what I mean? Because ain't no leaders in none of that either. I mean, it's a family leader like an old wise man or something. But even he up under the Creator. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't out here just making moves based off. You dig?
So basically, I would say, like this in the church, would you consider that being wrong? How everybody is up under one leader?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The reason I say that is because he's the leader as if he's the king, bishop, or any of that. Like the focus ain't on creator. If the focus is on bishop, then Jesus, then maybe they'll bring up God or something like that. You dig? But if you up under, if you're actually doing what Acts chapter 2 is talking about, in Acts chapter 4, then you're a community leader. You're not the pastor that's in the sleeping on ostrich feather pillows and your constituents down. No, you may be the leader of the community because you the eldest and wisest amongst her, but we all live together. So you ain't off in your mansion nothing while we over here in our teepees. You see what I'm saying? No, we all eat together, you know what I mean? We all eat together, fellowship together, do all that. Even down to yeah, he's supposed to be, for sure. But you know what I'm talking about. You see the prosperity preachers and all that these days. That's not what they doing when you read Acts 2 and Acts 4. They just basically hoarding everything to themselves and holding the preeminence over the flock. That's all that really is. These type of brothers and sisters lived amongst each other. You know what I mean? They even built the altar of the Creator on their land. And here's where the protection from the angelic hosts come in. You feel me? Because they got altars where they at. You know what I mean? It's a certain shape that you got to build. And I know certain people that, got some things cracking when they got up inside the shape and certain things start manifesting. You be like, whoa, okay. But there's instructions on how to build an altar. You see in Genesis 12, 13, 14, Abraham building altars, right? But how do you build an altar? Like, what's the Creator's altar? That's what I'm saying. We got the instructions where we at. You know what I mean? And the altar ain't for blood. It's for invoking the presence of the angels. So
how do you invoke the presence of angels?
You got to know how to build an altar of Creator. That's one way. Some people can go right to it though. Some people just sensitive enough to hear, speak, and converse. Yeah. You want to? You can hear. You've been hearing your whole life. You know what I mean? Some people just sensitive enough to just tap in. So it's many ways. It ain't just one way. You feel me? But that's one thing a lot of communities was missing. That's the spiritual aspect of it. Like, yeah, we growing our crops and we building societies and all that. But you got to make sure you got your spirit together.
It comes down to like, okay, say, grandma wasn't in the scriptures. I know you did go in the scriptures. So how we most I just like say, okay, we just gonna choose Ursula to live our word or something like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, we'll be.
Yeah. Down with your lineage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. A lot of it. Yeah. How she gonna do granny like that? That's that stuff, man.
You want my belt?
Yeah, but see, yeah. So look, yeah, but you
Which
got.
part?
You right. It's certain chemistries of people that get together that's compatible, that can produce a child that's capable of hearing. Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to your lineage and if you're capable of like perceiving and hearing some type of light. That's all it really come down to. So yes, 6 generations going back, you be having angels that inspire your great-great-grandfather to holler at your great-great-grandmama. So Boo-Boo could be born in this day to be sitting in this room and getting some higher light. It be going back 6 generations, which is roughly like 200 years. You know what I mean?
Certain family members got spiritual gifts, but the rest of the family don't.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. It comes down through the lineage based off how compatible husband and wife are when they get together. You dig? And then they produce. And sometimes the couple don't be up to standard like you may think. You may think, they probably do a filthy life or whatever, or they less fortunate or whatever. But really, they done produced a child that's spiritually advanced. You see what I'm saying? So it just comes down to the parents and all that. But there are angels that inspire your great-great-great-great-grandpeople to get together. That means your great-great-granddad probably drinking some whiskey. Girl, come here. You know what I mean? You look up and you know on down the line, Jericho is here, Ursha is here. You know what I mean? Somebody is capable, at least capable of receiving or hearing some type of higher light. It ain't a mistake that we all heard.
No, that's why we over the age. You know how you got some people be like, oh, that child was gonna get it no way. He way the most. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people say it. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, but he didn't deserve to be here. I'm saying.
You got some people be like, oh, like ancestors kids or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Deal with stuff like that.
Yeah, the incest and all that. Yeah,
the
bubble heads and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I'm saying certain types are not supposed to be together. You'll produce a monstrosity. You know what I mean? You produce a monstrosity. So. Yeah, I'm like that.
If you remember that, you should do blood tests before people got married. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was wow.
Yeah.
Having children that would definitely bring offspring that is smartest or physically or mentally smartest.
Like Esau, you know what I'm saying?
So, but they used to have blood tests. I don't know why they stopped doing that.
You got the giant kids.
But that was
Yeah.
I say they're about 7 feet tall in school. I just couldn't even look at her. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, certain types ain't meant to mix. You know what I mean? You see it in the animal world sometimes. What is that thing that's born sterile? A donkey or something? A donkey or a mule? A mule. A mule is born. It's a mixture between a horse and the donkey. It's a mule. It's sterile. They can't even reproduce. So you got an example even in, you know what I mean, even in the animal world that every type ain't meant to be together.
That was so manly.
That's why there's a law against bestiality. See what I'm saying? Yeah, so certain things are birth monstrosities around here. You ain't trying to, you know. Nah, we cool. Nah, we cool. It ain't that serious. Who was that? Watch me talk about the Yeti, the yak. Yeah. Beastly types that were never supposed to mix together. And they did, but notice they end up getting killed off. Like, you know what I mean? They had to be made eunuchs and all that, so they would reproduce. Some say they are. You got some hairy back gorillas walking through that deal, jack naked. Yeah, I've seen some pictures and all that, but for the most part, no. But yeah, there are things that are in this earth that's it's not gonna
Skin tissue and use your skin tissue in order to impregnate or make another human being.
Yes, so there's all type of stuff going on in labs and
without semen,
yeah.
that you can make another human being.
They got post-humanism, transhumanism. They got all type of stuff going on. Yeah, the virgin birth. Yep. You know, you got. Hey, look, you got the Bible. Man, let's go to the Bible and see. You know, like remember I said every topic, there's scriptures on both sides of it. So let's go there. Let's go to John 1. John 1:45. We'll skate on down, and then we'll go to Luke 1 and show both sides of it, and then you gotta make a conscious decision on where it's at. You got John 1 and 45. They read them down to 47 something. Luke 1. Luke 1, what is it? Like 32, 33, 34. Up in there. And then we got the carpenter. Who is this? The carpenter's son. That's a good one too.
Okay, you said 45, right?
Yeah, John 1:45.
Okay, it said Philip finding Nathanael and said unto him, we have found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. And Nathanael said unto him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth?
So he just said we found who Moses talking about in the law and the prophets, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Nobody ever was corrected for saying this.
That's what I was just going to bring out. Jesus never corrected nobody about Luke that he was the son of Joseph. He never corrected nobody.
Right when they said he was the son of Joseph, they never said that.
He wasn't arguing with folk. You know, today people be like, "Oh, that's blasphemy. You saying Joseph is daddy, or you saying virgin birth or whatever?" I'm saying the argument is futile at this point because they've been arguing about this since the church fathers and them, Constantine and them. But I'm saying in Bible, you're gonna find both sides of it. So you at a crossroads again. Which one you gonna believe? That's it. Either Mary was saying, move your hand, Joseph. Or Joseph saying, move your hand, Mary. Or she was a literal virgin that the Holy Ghost overshadowed and Jesus was putting her on. It's one of the other.
I know that Romans where he said, "The only king came this way."
That's in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7.
But I think it was also, I think Paul was right there. I think that was in Romans.
And he said, Jesus, the son of David, of the seed of David. Hebrews 2, Hebrews chapter 2, say another thing like that.
It says that he came through the seed of a man. So that was the argument, like, well, when you go to Matthew, he says she was on the shadow. It wasn't the seed of a man.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So you got
Has to be a seed of a man.
you got
Everybody
yes, you got conflicting scriptures,
right,
but you just gotta like in your mind, you gotta make up a decision. But either way you land with it, it's really not a big deal. Is what I'm saying. Let's go. Y'all wanna go there? Y'all wanna go read about it? No. No.
oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling one of his disciples, take care of my mom and all that.
You ain't got no more siblings, so.
Yeah, but why wouldn't the cousins naturally look out for the auntie?
Exactly.
Like, why not? That don't even make no sense. But we can go there and read about his brothers and sisters and all that. Matthew 13. Don't go there. Matthew 13, 53, 54, 55. Yep. Yep. It's gonna name them. It's gonna name the brothers and sisters. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna name the brothers and sisters. He had biological brothers and sisters. James the Just is one of them. That's a straight brother. Even Paul said it. Paul tell you in Galatians that James is the Lord's brother. Everybody knew that. He had biological brothers and sisters. Hold on. That said, is that not who? Was Mary a carpenter? No. Joseph was the carpenter. So they in the synagogue in Capernaum, and he, doing his thing, spitting his script, bringing that fire, and they like, hold on, we know him. That's Lil Willie in them. That's Lil Willie. So that's Big Willie's son. Right? And them go his sisters, and that's his mom. We know all them. What it say, sis? Go ahead.
Is not his mother called Mary?
Oh,
hold on. So the carpenter, that's the carpenter's boy. His mama named Mary or Miriam. What else?
And his brother James.
Oh. Hold on. So he got brothers named James.
She ain't still a virgin too long.
So James is James the Just. He got a brother named Simeon or Simon. He got a brother named Judah or Judas. And he got a brother named Joseph or Joseph. And his sister. Man, that's a big family. Come on, we got it now. So he got biological brothers and sisters. Then don't forget John the Baptist's cousin. Got a whole family. It's a family affair. Family affair. But when you read Luke chapter 1 and Matthew chapter 1, that tale gives a different story.
Exactly.
It give a different story. So we can read where is this not the son of Joseph? It's not just the carpenter's son. Or we can go read, if y'all want to go read it real quick, Luke chapter 1, where the Holy Ghost overshadowed Mary, and she said that's how she was going to get pregnant. Either side of the aisle, it's just what it is. Yeah, it's dipping at their body. Ain't no dipping that boy. You gotta eat some curry. We gotta eat some rabbit food today, baby. We gonna be good though. We gonna good. We gonna eat. Luke chapter 1, verse 32. So I reading on down. You gonna see. She gonna ask, "How am I gonna get pregnant? I don't know a man." Mm-hmm.
It says, he shall be great and shall be called the Son.
Go back, bro. You gotta go back then. Go back to like 28 or something. I'm bad.
And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou that art highly favored. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be.
Right, she's like, what is going on here? What is going on here?
And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God.
That means she was shook at that vision. That's why the angel said, look, don't be scared. You know what I mean? So them jokers don't pop up looking like, little babies. Something first.
Right.
Go ahead.
And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb.
No, but I mean, if you saying God and you mean, yeah, I mean, you can say God and mean creator, but technically, no, the creator is not a God. Creator is the maker of God. Yeah.
So the creator is the creator to God.
Yeah.
That's what y'all saying.
Every last one of them.
You will become a God.
So I'm saying for Mary,
Remember the fallen angels came down on their own.
what I'm saying, for Mary to be pregnant, then, I think it would be easy for the creator to put the place Christ in the that's all.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you take the story at face value, then, that's why people say it is a virgin birth for what they call immaculate conception sometimes, which got to do with Mary, actually. But again, what I'm saying is the argument's been going on for 2,000 years. Church fathers and church historians like Eusebius and Papias and Jerome, and they've been arguing about this. Who knows what they was arguing about at the Council of Nicaea? Some people say they was making up, they made Jesus up with it.
I think it was over divine or
all right, so watch this. They set a date for Easter, which is off anyway, right? And they was arguing about the divinity of Jesus. If Jesus is God, Jehovah, Yahweh, if that's what you want to call it or not. That's what was on the table for the Council of Nicaea.
And what was canonized.
They started, but that process started there, but as you get into the rest of the ecumenical councils, that's when it started finalized. You know what I mean? All that got finalized over hundreds of years later. It started like, okay. They started, now you got your familiar New Testament that you got today. But that wasn't a decision made.
Yeah. Some believe he was divinity and some believe that he wasn't. So is that why the scripture is upside down the way it is now?
Yeah. But see, you got people who voted, councils of men who voted over what was canon and what was pseudo.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? That's why certain books outside, they were like Testament of Solomon and all that. They consider that pseudo. But who are they to consider anything pseudo?
Right.
Why is that not canon in that? And then what you know is the Bible pseudo?
But they put Paul books in there.
Come on now. People vote over these things and make decisions over. To where we finally reading in our 2025, thinking we got the inspired word of God, when really you supposed to be navigating through there, finding what you can take with you on your spiritual journey. Because everything ain't right. You know what I mean? Everything ain't right. So really it's on you. We cannot be lazy when it comes to salvation. Ain't be lazy. Put your pain in. I mean, it's on you to reckon. It's on you to make sure you're not deceived. They don't know nobody else. That's why I always say learn the character. Once you know the character, you go. Because you know the character, they're going to tell you to go gossip about that sister or go kill that brother or, you know what I mean, go to war, kill sucklings and infants. And you already know. If it brings any type of pain or darkness or whatever, it's not of the correct. You know this. You know what I mean?
Like what? I hear you said, when you Israel, my battle axe.
Yeah, weapons of war. Weapons of war. You know? So that's why it's very important. And
But that's what a lot of people are being deceived because we just are being taught, hey, this is what it is. And you take it face value because you look at person being a spiritual leader, which they don't even know themselves.
yeah. It's not taught.
Right.
It's not taught. It's taught that everywhere you see Lord God, right? That's the all-powerful, omnipotent, almighty.
Right.
And that if it say it, then I'm with it
Right.
100%. You ain't even testing or trying the spirit.
Never taught to actually navigate through the Bible like that.
Exactly.
Always taught
Exactly. You gotta accept the whole
It
thing.
is what it is.
Right.
Don't navigate through it. It makes
But
it
if you read with discernment, you'll see it's a difference. Like something that
I
has
see it. No, I see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I've been having questions and being confused about it because I see it. I keep bumping into it. Like, come on. You're saying this and then you're saying this. So which one is it?
Now look, what about them? What about this right here? They tell you in Jeremiah 8:8 that scribes have injected lies into the word. They tell you that right in the prophet. He tell you, right? When Yahshua, the Messiah, is on the scene in the New Testament, right? His main enemy were the scribes. We always say Pharisees and Sadducees. It was a group of people right there next to them that nobody ever talk about. It's the scribes. The very scribes Jeremiah was prophesying about, saying that they injecting lies into the Torah. So if you over saying you wise because you got the Torah, you sadly mistaken, because the ones who are responsible for transcribing it have injected lies into it. So when Messiah, when they come challenging him, it say the scribes and the Pharisees. The scribes and the Pharisees. It always bring the scribes up. So then if they are the ones that's transcribing or writing out Torah, if they are the ones even bringing their own interpretation to it, right? So you know what it is if the scribes and Pharisees there, and he say, you have been heard has been said of them of old time. Thou shalt not kill, but I say to you, he's speaking in front of a massive crowd. This is matter of fact, he's on a mountain saying this. This is a Sermon on the Mount. It's thousands of people listening to him. He's saying it's written down like this, and it got written down by the scribes. It's written down like this, but I say they got it wrong. Do it like this. That's how he rocked. You see? So that means what we call Messiah wasn't with everything that was written down. Everything that was written down, he was not all in like everybody tried to be today. He questioned all of it and told you, you looking at that wrong. Moses gave you that because of the hardness of your heart. From the beginning, it wasn't so. But there's a law in the Torah that you can divorce your woman if she burned your eggs. If she burned your grits, you can get rid of her for any reason. Messiah say, nah. From the beginning, it wasn't so. You ain't gonna be out here divorcing women at breakneck speed and all that. No, you're gonna stand on it. But trip off what he's doing. He's speaking against what's written down. See?
That's why he was antagonizing on the Sabbath. He was like, let's go out here and pick some corn. Like right in front of him. It's a challenge. Like, how you gonna tell us we can't pick no food because it's a Sabbath?
Right. Exactly.
Like, he was like, did you hear something about David ate 11 bread?
In the days of Abiathar, the high priest. And it wasn't even lawful for him to go up in there and eat it, but because he got a chance to go eat, go ahead and feed him, bro.
You can't feed him because it's a Sabbath.
Right.
It's good to do well on the Sabbath. Like, y'all ain't extreme.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So the Messiah taught opposite of what was written down. See, people ain't tripping off that. You dig? And with him doing that, he became an enemy to the scribe. Now, the scribes wasn't just transcribing out literature. They wasn't just interpreting the Torah. They also were officers of the Sanhedrin. The Sanhedrin is the supreme court in Israel. So the very people who are in charge with scribing out the Bible in his day were actually officers of the highest court in the land. And they were the ones that secretly indicted him. It was the scribes, the very people he was speaking against. There was a political hit. They hit him because guess what? He was exposing the fact that they were corrupt. You dig? And based off their wickedness, it had the people bound. Because they, in Bible, like it's all or nothing. This is what it say. And he like, no, it do say that, but that's wrong. That ain't what that is. I say do it like this. For my Father reigns on the just and the unjust. Love your neighbor yourself. You've heard it been said of old time, thou shalt not swear. And if you gonna vow, pay your vows. He say, but I say to you, don't swear at all. Don't swear by Jerusalem, it's the city of the great king. Don't swear by the hairs on your head. A simple yes or no should suffice, right? And then he go on to say anything more than a yes or no is from or of the evil one. Wow. But you got a law that you can do that in Torah. From the Lord. And he just said if it ain't a yes or no, it's from the evil. Or other translations say from the evil one. So what? So the Lord gave you that law on vowing? Because he just said if it ain't a yes or no, it came from the evil. Oh, wow. Good Lord. Y'all want to go see it? Do y'all see it? Let's go to Matthew 5. We go to Matthew 5 first. Matthew chapter 5. And then we're going to go to Leviticus 5. It's the vials. Or is it Numbers 30? It's one of them. We go into the law about taking vows and oaths. Yeah, and then we're going to read it in a different version too. We're going to read it in KJV and different so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Matthew 5 about swearing on oaths. Personal relationships, that put away his wife, divorce. That's an eye for an eye. So, toward the end, y'all. It's right here. Verse 33, 34, all the way down to 37. So Matthew chapter 5, verse 33 through 37. Watch this.
And again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shall perform unto the Lord thy oath. So he's saying swear to the Lord.
Well, he's saying you supposed to perform to the Lord the oath that you take. So he's saying, like you've been heard him, it's written down in Torah that you can take a vow and declare an oath to the Lord. That's what it says. That's why he said you've heard it said of them of old time, because it's written down in there. If you can take whatever kind of vow you want to take, but you better pay it though. Don't swear and don't pay, because it's gonna be a problem. Don't say, okay, well, I take an oath, Lord, to get up every morning and deliver milk jugs to the entire block. You better do it. You better do it.
That's not what. Hold on. It was just in my head, and it just popped out of my head. Lord have mercy.
So we're gonna go to the scripture that tell you that if you're gonna do a vow or whatever, oaths, whatever. You better not to vow. Then vow and don't pay. But see, you got a law where you can take a vow. See? Now watch this. You're supposed to perform unto the Lord your oaths. What verse 34 say?
When I say unto you, swear not at all.
Oh.
Neither by heaven, for it is God's throne.
Oh.
Nor by the earth, for it is his footstool. Neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither should I swear by thy head, because thou cannot make one hair white or black. Man. But let your communication be yea, nay, but whatsoever is more than these cometh
of evil.
So when we walk around, God swear I'm going out. All of that is coming from evil.
Just let your why you can't just say what you gonna do without swearing? You feel me? Like why do we feel obligated to swear? I put that's on my mama. I put that on my mom. I put it on my mom.
Hey, look, put them little guys.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I let them look. Whoa.
Watch out, little joker. You trying to get knuckled up, boy? What's good? What?
So,
Hey, look, but that little, them little cottonmouth Muppets that be all over, like on Instagram and all that, and they on my soul.
Hey, oh my soul.
Hey, somebody get messed up. They doing little funny people getting messed up or something. They be, man,
Oh my
soul.
soul.
They little Muppets. And somebody be getting messed up all the time, and they be laughing.
Watch this.
Yeah, you be, hey, overstep. That's what I said. Overstep.
So Christ is speaking against the law that say you can do you some vows to the Lord, and you can. Oh, he say, look, don't do it. If you gonna do something, a simple yes or no is suffice. If it's more than that, it's coming from evil, or then these cometh of evil. To show y'all what I'm talking about, I'm about to read that in a different version, and then we're gonna read Numbers 30, the law on. On the sweater.
It's a lot.
Right.
Man,
Yeah, but we can just hit the 1 and 2 though. It tell you.
Yeah, just give them an idea. But if you want to check it out, it was Numbers 30, but it actually breaks down like
yeah.
different levels of vows.
Yep. Marriage vows and all that extra. Like Numbers 30.
You see, you realize time is changing.
wow.
What's up, little joker?
Oh, I see it. Bible widow, Bible woman.
Yeah. So he's saying, what I'm saying, or even with the sisters, why it can't just be a yes or a no? What's all this vowing stuff y'all got going on? See, it go deeper than just you saying personal vows. Oh, I swear I'm gonna do this and that. As you keep reading that Numbers 30, it even go into the vows that everybody trying to press you into taking, like for a merge or whatever. Why I just can't be? Yeah, I'm loyal and this and that, and I'm down like 4 hubcaps and you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He just said. Now watch this, y'all. Now hold on, wait me 1 second. Now watch this right here. This is Matthew 5:37. Now remember he said, but let your yea be yea, nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. It's a different version. Look what it say. This is the New King James Version say, but let your yes be yes and your no, no, for whatever is more than these is from the evil one. Wow. Look at this. NLT. Just say a simple yes, I will, or no, I won't. Anything beyond this is from the evil one. Watch this. NIV, ESV, CSB. But let your yes mean yes and your no mean no. Anything more than this is from the evil one. Can we read this Numbers 30? Let me get there. Because Messiah is saying that that's coming from the evil one. Oh, I didn't say it. Look at Jericho like that.
Say all my soul, on my word, your word is you. But it's saying we don't do that. When you do that, this is a sin of some.
Yeah, I'm saying. You're binding yourself. You don't want to bind. The Creator is totally against bondage, slavery. There are things you can do to where you bind your soul. You become a slave to something. You know what I mean? And that's really what the false gods' mission is.
That's what they want you to do.
Is to capture your soul, so you can be a slave for them and build up their kingdom and all that.
So when Yahshua say whatever you bind on earth is bound on heaven, whatever you loose on earth is loose on heaven, does that still apply in our life?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because look, whatever company you keep or whatever vibration you surround yourself with will entail or attach to you, follow you into the next world. Absolutely. Matter of fact, we can read it after we read this. I'll show you. But notice Remind me too, so I want to go right there and show you. It's a powerful verse. But trip off this. Notice he said the evil one time. He said anything more than this is other evil, or the other versions say evil one, right? What Numbers 30 say, big homie?
Numbers 30, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Moses, he spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing that the Lord, all caps, has commanded.
So who commanded it?
The Lord, all caps.
So the Lord is supposedly the creator, the Almighty. Yahshua just said these vows, if it's more than a yes or a no, it's from the evil one. This is saying the Lord commanded it though. So this can't be the creator. Can't be. Or Yeshua is calling the creator evil. Watch this. Verse 2. Verse 2.
If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, all caps, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall not do according. He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth.
See? So there's a law right here that Mo will, according to Numbers 30, the Lord commanded. Yahshua in Matthew 5 in his Sermon on the Mount just destroyed this whole verse. Don't do it. It's from the evil.
Numbers is saying, if you do it, then you got to do it. But Christ is saying,
No, it's from the evil. And as y'all sisters finish reading Numbers 30, y'all will be like, liberation, yes.
Hold on, listen. Let's think of it this way. Because a lot of us today then are unknowingly dealing with false deities.
That's right.
Be careful who you bind it to. You might think it's the Lord. You might thought it was God. You might thought it was the Lord of hosts. Man. You see what I'm saying? And you made a vow to it. And you just trapped yourself.
And then in the black community, they pressure you to swear on something like put that on.
Yeah, put that on something. On my mama.
Man, put that on something. Come on, cuz. Put that on something, cuz.
Put that on something.
Put that on me.
Go ahead, Bo. Yeah.
Look, I'm saying I don't need that business.
That's it.
But it makes sense.
Even in your relationships, your yes or your no should be good enough. Ain't nothing wrong with telling somebody no every once in a while too. You gotta hear no. You hear yes all the time. That's better. It's better to tell somebody no than beat around the bush with them. Oh, we'll see. And I'll stop all that. Yes or no. That's all it comes down to. You feel me? You shouldn't be pressured into making no vows, swearing. Even when you go to court, you don't gotta swear on the Bible. You just tell them, I affirm. Then the judge gonna respect it. I do it all the time.
I'll never say I swear.
Do you swear? I affirm. Right? You know what I'm saying about it. I'm not swearing nothing. Nothing. Let your yes be yes, but once you do that, you're bound. Hey. You gotta. These are called soul ties. You gotta. You break them by. You initially break a soul tie, opening up your mouth and declaring yourself severed and cut free from this deity, this situation, or whatever it is. And it may take, more than just you saying it one time, because what you put out is what you get back, right? But sometimes the creator has a strange way of putting it out there to see if this really what you want. Like, this is what your mouth say right now. You dig? But when it get a little tight around her, then what? You gonna be backpedaling. I was just playing. No, I know I was just playing. Hey, so that's why yes, or no is perfect. Let your word be your bond, man. That's it. Yes, I ain't gotta swear on that. I'm not swearing. I'm not taking no oath. I'm not putting on my mama, nobody. Children, kids, none of that. Why? Because it's from the evil. Even though it say in Numbers 30, Moses got it from the Lord. Wow. Yahshua say it's from the evil one. So now we back at the crossroads, Tiny. When you read the Bible, you either gonna say, well, no, I think I'm gonna take me a vow or oath to the Lord. I'm pretty good with, I ain't gonna miss. Or you can be like, well, nah, what Yahshua said makes sense to me. I don't need to be I don't need to be, you know, writing a check that I can't cash. Right?
I mean, just think of the vows you made to yourself, you know what I'm saying, in your quiet space. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to vow of self. You know what I'm saying? And then we broke it. You know what I'm talking about? What place you put yourself in? You see what I'm saying?
You ain't hit
one, huh? Her jumping jack pocket.
Hold on. No, Ty, you gotta get up now, baby. We can't let you go out like that.
Hey. And then, you know, also, like, for some of us who, you know, not say we took the Bible, say if you made a vow to stop saying, like, eating meat or something. You go somewhere else and you don't know what. Like one time I went out, and I think we was at Longhorn or something, we was with some friends, and, you know, so we was getting all, like, the vegetable items, right? And so I said, look, I love baked potato. But the lady remember saying that we said we ain't eat no meat, so she was back there just asked what was in the garlic potatoes, and then said, well, what about the mashed potatoes? They said, no, they don't want that because they roll it in pig fat. They roll the potato in pig fat, put the salt on it, and like,
No, they don't.
I ain't lying to
roll
you.
it in pig's fat.
For the flavor.
That's a whole thing.
Hey, look, that's what I'm saying.
You can say it with stuff. I mean,
Yeah, but you're
more than
butter.
you know.
Hey, look, I would have never known. So if I made that vow, I would just broke my own vow unknowing.
Right.
And then, you know what that little false guy got?
Yeah.
Your soul is mine.
Right.
So when Yahshua was arguing with the Pharisees, and he said, is it not written in your law that ye are God? What did he mean by that?
It's written in Psalms 82 and 6. Right. I said ye are God.
But that was talking about that in that specific passage.
Yeah, it was. So
what did Yahshua mean when he said?
What about, is it written? Is it not written?
Yeah, it's not written.
Is it not written in your law? I said ye are gods. Yeah. It's the same thing that Psalms is saying. I said that ye are all gods and children of the Most High, but you're going to die like men. So even though there are Elohims, back in verse 1, God standeth in the congregations of the Almighty and judges amongst the gods and all that. And that's another verse that shows you that God is a one-time man. It's another verse. Man, angel, God. You feel me? So just like he's standing in the congregation of the Almighty and judging amongst the gods, you feel me? That even applies dealing with the congregation, dealing with on earth, his people and all that, but they know they hold the same type of title as God. You know what I mean? But again, not to confuse the Elohim or the people with the creator. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people take that and run with it, man. You dig? Nehemiah, what you was gonna say? You just said you had something. You
No, that's actually what I was gonna say, because you know, being that you deal with the lots, we understand. You know what I'm saying? You know, we die and we elevate, so we do become God. So even if you understand, even on this level, that coming from Adam didn't get to the place where he would taste death to get the stage of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because he failed to sin. You know, this day you shall die. That went on the table. You see what I'm saying? And ye were made in the image of God. Let us make man in our image. So we were made in God. You have the power of creation, life and death. That's what you have right now. Ain't that creation? Ain't that creation? Ain't that creation? You have the power, and you have the power of death.
Yeah, that's why God looked like a man every time you see him. Somebody see him in the scripture.
So you are children of the Lord. It makes sense if you look at it from the base level to the deep after you die, you grow in, grade level. You know what I'm saying? But are we the creator? No. Children of the creator. Children of the creator.
That's right.
The gods and the angels are children of the creator. All of us are his children. I am. I'm not a creator. I'm good, Lord. Sweet Jesus sometimes.
They were all speaking correct.
Yeah, but again, you gotta always challenge someone on word, like what you mean by that. Because some people say God, and they in their mind they mean the Almighty. You dig? So now you got Nick Rose like Nature Boy and them floating around here thinking he God, and then got locked up for life. You got your polites in them locked up for 9 years, fondling with 14-year-old girls, and all these niggas supposed to be God. They pimping the conscious community for the past 15 years and got rich. All that. Oh yeah, you know the Bible say we God, and got you thinking that what you really saying? Is you saying you the Almighty or something? Like, what is you on? Like them the type of questions you need to be like. You need to check somebody's temperature behind that. What you mean you God? You dig? Now if you saying that's something that we may become one day if we keep striving and elevating, I can see that. You know what I mean? But if you talking about I'm supposed to be worshiping you.
Oh no, I ain't never said that.
Yeah, I'm not. Nah. We're not finna bow to none of that and do. Nah, we're not finna play the game. We're not perfect.
And people that say that they don't know the difference between God and Creator.
Yeah, exactly, God. It's real simple. But notice again what we was just on dealing with Numbers 30 and dealing with Matthew 5. He's teaching directly against the law, and he said it comes from the evil one. So the scribes like, nigga, I wrote that down. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta kill him. Like, bro, like the people keep listening to him. Our means of control over the people gonna be null and void. Because he over here exposing everything that we wrote down as false. Nah, that ain't what that say. That ain't what that mean. It say it, but it don't mean it. I say do it like this.
Like when it's the Constantine, when they putting the Bible together, at that time, no one could read the Bible, but people didn't go to school, they didn't learn how to read, write, and all that stuff. So they had to learn from, right, they had to learn from those who went to
the synagogue
and places of that sort. Monks, as they call it, sometimes. And like you said, the monks, they were scribes themselves.
Yeah, different cultures, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it was meant for certain individuals to read. So that as they spoke to you, you had to take their word for whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. That's why they held the Bible so on high, where nobody could read it but them.
Yeah, it came with a printed.
That was power. It's power in your word. That's why you have to be careful about what you say. Because those words will come back and hurt you.
You gotta eat it.
Hurt your family. There's consequences for everything that you do. But as time went along, the scripture, as time went along, there was a King James got his hands on it. What he wanted to do.
Then you gotta watch them.
So that more. So, but it was set up so that the average lay person got to read it. But then that's when people then start saying people to school now. The children would go to school. And even in the 1800s, you had to have some money. Then you say the children to school. Your children were working in factories. On somebody's farm. In order to help feed the family.
Plantation working.
I got a good understanding.
Hey, it's real simple, y'all. Once you understand what the character of the cut is, you can't be fooled.
And it's hard to sit around and listen to people.
Hollyhock, yes. Yes.
All the time. It's hard to talk to religious folks sometimes. It's hard.
Yeah.
And that's why he ran into it. And that's why he was persecuted for it.
Right, but ain't that what we supposed to be doing though? Enlightening our people.
Yeah. But the truth about this, it's to whoever will hear it without it being forced. We ain't gotta force it. You know what I mean? We just keep light bombing. We just light bombing because look, the scriptures ain't going nowhere. Eventually we gotta have a conversation about that. That say God cannot be tempted with evil, nor does he tempt any man. That says he tempted Abraham. Where we at with this?
Also say like he pushed David to do what he did. He killed 70,000.
They killed a gang of people behind
And
it.
they punished David for it behind it.
Yeah.
So is that? Well, we already know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't the,
Right.
so once you understand that the credit ain't sanctioning none of these wars out there.
Right.
So whose side you on, Israel or Palestine? Neither. Like, what did you mean?
Right.
Credit is not behind none of that. Those are the deities warring that's breathing out all y'all back and got y'all fighting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we ain't doing. So we are.
How many people is lost though?
Ain't nothing you can do about that. They'll be
Millions
fine.
of people.
Yeah.
But there gotta be something we can do about it.
But look,
We keep doing that, putting that pain in.
just keep pushing. Let your life be an example. Show it in your doings, in your righteousness, in your acts, in your words, and your deeds. This is how people see it. You know what I'm saying? It starts with you, in your house. Your children see it.
Well, I
Your
feel like
grandchildren see it.
if an idiot can get on there and tell people about, well, you know, I talked to Christ and he told me. Like,
Face to face.
Only me, I heard it. He told me, I'm telling you now, if people will be that comfortable and follow that, they should follow you.
No, because a lot of people, they're not deep thinkers.
Wake up.
They're not critical thinkers. They want something simple and easy to follow.
I want to.
What do y'all think about prophecy?
Prophecy is not guesswork. Absolute rules govern all things. So just like you can sit here and tell me tomorrow the sun coming up tomorrow, the moon coming up tomorrow night. If you know the system in order, prophecy is simple mathematics. It ain't guesswork. So you got people that claim they. It is. How you ever tripped up how NASA can tell you it's going to be a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse, and that's sucker spot on.
No, she's talking about like.
I know what she's saying. Prophecy itself, if you know the cycles of the Creator, it's simple mathematics. That's all it is. I give you an example. You on 100-year cycles. So in 2020, what was that hit the earth that was a worldwide epidemic? Everybody was wearing masks and
Right.
COVID. What happened in 1918 to 1920? Yeah, the bubonic plague. What happened between 1818 and 1820? What I'm saying is the world is on cycles.
Right.
Earth is on cycles. They repeat every 100 years. It break down to every 33 years, every 11 years. If you know the cycles of the times, you can call it.
What if somebody like, well, you want to have a baby girl next year, something like that?
I mean, there's billions of spirits around you. So yeah, you can hear all types of voices and someone to confirm to you. Because about this, the false gods and all them are more advanced than us. You understand what I'm saying? Like it ain't hard to compute what it's about to be. Like, all right, little mama keep running up to little Woody over there, climbing through that window. Eventually, she gonna be pregnant. That's just what it is. It's just like you observing. That's what prophecy is.
That's mathematical precision.
Yeah.
That's mathematical precision.
They tapped in though. They're tapped in. Psychics are tapped in. You know what I mean? But that don't mean everything they say is right or wrong. But that's true. That's true. Like somebody walk up to you and say, I got a word for you, and this time next year you're gonna have a daughter and you pop a baby girl about her. What that someone said to you was true. Now, that don't mean the next thing they bring to you may be true. It may be false. Each situation, you just got to gauge it and just see if it's going to pass. You know what I mean? And somebody can rightly prophesy to you and not be tapped into the Creator. Easy. It's simple. It's just observing certain things and how it's going.
The Bible talks about witches and all that stuff. So it wasn't because they died around. It talks about necromancy, it talks about witches, it talks about evil spirits, it talks about
divination.
So it wouldn't talk about not dealing with it, or talk about if it wasn't around, available, or possible.
Yeah, because everything
so
will
now he's telling you, somebody can give it to you, right? And don't mean it came from the Creator. That's what he said. It don't mean that it ain't gonna be true. You know what I'm saying? But what he said is the message It's always the message.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord told me you can go over there and go and make that man your little side thing. But he married. But he's yours. Okay.
Yeah, so look, there are those that are tapped in like witches, warlocks, soothsayers, and they may be right at times. It's just like the horoscopes, they right sometimes. There are those who are sensitive to the spirit world that can hear something and confirm it and tell you, like, look, this is what is about to happen. Only way you know if it's right or wrong is you wait till it manifests. If it manifests and it constantly manifests, that person who you're talking to is tapped in on the right side. Like sensitive can that the spirit world is what I'm saying, tapped in. Now every spirit you run across ain't gonna be benevolent. It may be some that's against you. You know what I mean? But all of them, they in the same type of realm. You got evil spirits and you got righteous spirits. You know what I mean? And it's evil spirits that know some things that can straight tell you, like, hey, look, this was about that. Yeah. So if anybody can prophesy over you in the church, in the Israelite congregations, you got people who don't even believe in organized religion that can prophesy and call some things down. You just gotta wait to see if it happens. And if the message come true, then what they told you was right. They got that from the right side of the aisle. That's it.
So what you think about like praying in tongues?
Yeah, you know, I ain't never been into that. I've asked too. They was speaking in tongues people could understand. But I mean, I ain't gonna say it ain't a spiritual experience. People, I know people who've spoken in what you call tongues. I haven't seen it happen. You know what I mean? So I can't say it ain't a spiritual experience. You dig? And I ain't knocking the experience you got. That's what you had. You dig? What's the message? You dig? And what is it we supposed to be doing based off that message you got? Was it a message about how to improve humanity? Yeah, you got the intercede, the spirit intercedes for you and all that. Yeah, but whatever message is coming out your mouth, shouldn't you be able to understand it?
If it's the spiritual,
I'm saying you should be able to understand.
According to the biblical narrative, right? When Paul breaks all that down in speaking in tongues, he breaks it down to a place where he tells you that you're supposed to have an interpreter.
So you're supposed to be able to understand the message.
So there's an understanding to the message being told.
No, they understood it though. Remember, said that we heard the wonderful works of God in our own tongues. And they named off all these nations.
I was just going to talk about that. So
they named off all the nations.
No,
yeah, they named off all the nations around them, Jews and Cretes and Galatians, and we all hear the wonderful works of God in our own tongues. So whatever's being said, just listen for the message. It don't matter if it's in the tongue of an angel or because it could be an evil angel hollering at you and you over there about to go perform something you ain't got no business doing. So it's always message. Just listen for the message. If the message is about love, life, happiness, freedom to all without murdering anybody. If it's about, okay, hey, it's about how you can go ahead and raise your kinfolk about the darkness and put them on the light. It's about how you can improve the lifestyle of maybe your brother or your cousin because they out in the streets or whatever. How I get him about this darkness? Give me light, Creator. You know what I mean? Give me light on how to heal this person and you know what I mean? Get them to really understand. Is that the message or is the message just self-centered? You're going to have to do a Cadillac next year. You about to hit the lottery. You see, the high-raised angels come hollering at you about how you can improve the condition of your fellow man. It ain't a selfish message. It ain't a message like, oh, you about to go hit the Powerball and all that. It's more about improving yourself so you can help others around you on their road to salvation and redemption and all that extra stuff. That's what it come down to. So yeah, anybody can prophesy. You just gotta wait to see if it come to pass. You know what I mean? And if it keep coming to pass, then that person's tapped into the spirit world.
So what y'all think about the people saying that they been visiting
I'd say I don't knock no spiritual experience anybody had. Some of us have seen, you know, you may have looked over and saw something. Or then had certain spiritual experiences in your life to where can't nobody tell you it didn't happen. Like, how's somebody gonna tell you you didn't have your own spiritual experience? You know what I mean? So if you didn't have the experience, you actually trump the person that's just reading books. Like, bro, I had the experience. I seen when that demon jumped out that joker mouth and a whole black liquid came out his mouth. I seen it. I seen a joker pick him up like a paperweight off his back and threw him. What did you talk about? And this little joker was 130 pounds wet, but he was on his back and he picked this big joker up like this, and threw him across the room. Yeah, so couldn't nobody tell me. So being that me and him had that experience, me, him, and a couple other brothers had that experience, right? Couldn't nobody lick their fingers and read in any book and tell me we didn't have it. I was there when that joker, that demonic joker picked. This joker was 130 pounds wet. He lifted Nehemiah off the ground like he was a paperweight.
And I was bigger Nehemiah than this one.
That joker, remember that joker? That joker chuckled at me. Look, that joker chuckled at me and said, Malachi, we know you. I say, dang, apply pressure. We got to keep working on this joker. Bump that. We got to keep bucking it. Hey, out. Hey, yeah, we got to cast him out. He got to go. And you best believe he had to go, because had we tucked our tail and ran up out of there, we might as well close the building now. Close the building, it's time to go. We had
to have some more. We need some more help. Yeah. We got to hold this dude down. I couldn't do it.
Hey, that took about 3-4 hours of banging.
Boy, I got tossed.
About the Messiah, and he was like, do you believe that Jesus Christ is not? And she say, okay, you have.
See, that's what I'm saying. No, see, that ain't right. See, because doing that is a work of compassion. You see, people getting to that and get real angry. I curse you in the name of Jesus. And no, when you doing works of deliverance, all that, these are works of compassion. Like you really feel sorry for the brother or sister that got all these druges and demonic forces on them. You dig? So the first step to do with that is what? You got to have compassion and love. You dig? But what's the first step you got to do to handle this joke? You got to bind the strong man. How do you bind this dark ass forces in this joke? See, it's a science to it. They got you thinking you just come in. No, it's something you supposed to be doing. You got to bind that sucker up. You dig? And then you got to whoop on him. You got to bind him on up. You got to declare him bound. Yeah, you got to speak, but you only do that through speaking to him. So all that come with whooping on him. I mean, y'all hear me say whoop on that joker? In the name of the Creator, you got to go. You know, you're going to get this light you over here. Right, come out now. I'll bind you. Come out now. You got to sit there sometime for hours and do that. You feel me? You can't just, do you believe in, no, okay, somebody else deal with him. You wasn't ready for that work. Sometimes them suckers take hours. Now you run across a gang of them jokers, boy, hey.
But you got to find out what the strong man is holding them to even bind it up to fall it out. Yeah. You got to find out what's operating in them before you able to. Because just think about it. You know, when Jesus went to him, he asked them, "Who are you? Who are you?"
They'll tell you a name too. Until Joker answer a name back home.
They was immediately healed. What no? 2 weeks later, take this oil, drink this, sniff.
He was tapped in.
No, he immediately healed. Those spirits was immediately.
He was tapped in.
He tapped him, wrestled with him. He laid hands and he was gone. And he spoke to him too.
Yeah.
We just used to tell them. He said, "Come out, unclean spirit."
Yeah.
He did. That's the leader that we was under.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have seen him say that. He just say, "Come out, you unclean spirit." But one thing he did teach us is that he was like, when I'm doing this, I don't need no one moving or walking. Yeah. I need silence so he can speak to, and one thing about it, he never backed down from the speech. Because one thing he did, there was a lady, I want this big, I was probably 100 pounds, 20 years ago. And the lady was smaller than I. She picked up very
What? I thought he said.
very big. She picked up a big heavy big. Yeah. When he was, cast a demon out. And just like you said, we just one thing I'm learning in this is when you going. That's why the word I say, lay your hands on them with suddenly, because you got to understand what's operating in them before you're able to do it.
Absolutely. A lot of that comes with the conversation. It's basically you're doing the work of like what a therapist would do. You want to sit on a therapist couch or whatever, they get to ask you, so what's wrong? All right, so what's going on with it? You basically doing that. You talking to them so you can understand what it is that got them wrapped up and bound up. You know what I mean? The elder y'all talking about was tapped in. He just was tapped in. A lot of certain people, it be levels to it. Some of them so strong to where they can just say a word and that. Yeah, he was tapped in, man.
He was just straight. Get some oil, lay their hands, and he tell everybody be quiet. And some of them was like, open the door and let that spirit out of there.
Yeah.
There's some unbelievers in there that get in there, send the spirit out.
See, he was tapped in. He knew practically how to do it too.
Yeah.
Like it steps to it. Mm-hmm.
It was a guy spirit. Remember, what's his name? Our spirit is John. He had who else? Right. And they didn't skip him. Surgery.
Yeah.
And the elder Max told me, go down, somebody run down to the store and get some milk.
You told me that story before. Yeah.
He poured that milk on his head and he went and they told
Someone's got on about
and
it.
counseling service.
Take them off insurance.
The doctors actually came to the hospital because they knew what medical they saw.
Yeah.
And then when they did it again before, because they had got to run do the scan again just to make sure, they was like, wait a minute, this says this, and now this. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, it's powerful, man. Like you can't. That's what I'm saying. And then y'all all had that experience to where y'all witnessed it. So couldn't nobody lick their fingers and say y'all lying. So the experience you have trumps anything anybody read. Like
we seen him lay hands on the yeah.
and she could hear. So
what he did, he came back in the service. I can remember this. He kept preaching the word and teaching us the word, and he kept saying, "Can you hear me?" She couldn't say nothing, and then all of a sudden her ears just popped open, and she screamed, and she started running. He said, "Could you hear it?" She said, "Yeah."
See what I'm saying?
And we seen him. A lady had cancer. You saw the scars and the chemo and all that. When he got done praying on her, the cancer was on the scars.
See? So you can't. So what I'm saying, y'all witnessed that. Could nobody tell you it didn't happen? Hey, I'm saying, could nobody tell you it didn't happen? Tapped in. It's a brother named Simeon Toko that was doing some wild. Simeon Toko, that brother was, man, they chopped him in half. They put that brother in a meat grinder. Man, they walk back into their little office. This nigga was sitting in the chair. Like the 60s. Simeon Toko. It's a guy in Africa. It's a guy in Africa that did who they was calling the modern day Jesus. Look him up, Simeon Toko. It'll blow your mind with this cat was doing.
He did some stuff.
Major league. Same and similar stuff y'all talking about, you know what I mean? But on a whole nother level, like the Belgian government feared him so much. Yeah, the Belgian government feared him so much that you dig, like they chopped him in quarters. They quartered him up, put his body parts in radioactive boxes, and scattered the boxes to the 4 different, like different directions on different continents. Man, these jokers ease back up in their little conference room to celebrate and smoke some stogies or whatever. This nigga was sitting in there.
Yeah.
Sitting in there.
Yeah.
Then one time they cut his heart out or whatever, in surgery or whatever, he woke up and told them, put my heart back in my chest.
Yeah.
The hell is wrong with y'all? Why do y'all keep trying to kill me? You know what I mean? Doing major work. Look Simeon Toko up. It'll blow your mind. Simeon Toko.
It's kind of like Simon.
Yep. Yeah, your bro was something different.
You have to read. When I say it's so deep, you like, man, and they got actual people.
And that's modern day.
When they was like, hey, I was there.
Right.
We witnessed these things. Just like
And
we tell them about what else they did. We witnessed it.
You do 30,000 of them.
It's real.
So again, just like with y'all with the Elder Mac, it's the same with the people that saw Simeon Toko get out. They had their experience. You couldn't knock it. You see what I'm saying? So, but bro said something earlier too about how or maybe it was mama, but we responsible for these spirits we cast out too though, because you responsible for mortals and angels. So the spirits that are hanging low and dark in nature, your job is to get them to light. Yeah, we whoop on angels too. Yeah. Since you over here, you've been cast out. You about to get this light. Yeah, because you ain't where you supposed to be at either. You done lived your life, crossed over. Now you dead and you a wandering spirit. But you ain't resurrected and got the moving and get into the Creator's academies and all that. So you're responsible for the spirits you cast out too. They got to get the light just like mama got to get the light.
Wow. So remember like I was saying that the resurrection come in arc cycle?
Mm-hmm.
So say the arc cycle passed and then the faith has died, they have to wait on earth for like the next arc cycle?
No, it's not even an arc cycle. It's 7.5 times within an arc cycle. So a time is 400 years, a half time is 200. 7.5 times gets you 3,000 years. So just like a president sits for 4 years, a true God sits for 400 years. And his job, he's responsible for every.
Like a faith is like where the person dies.
So
the arc cycle already passed.
Yeah, but another 3,000 years ain't gonna pass without. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's divvied up into cycles of 400 years.
So they gotta wait for 400 years.
Yeah, but there's always a faith that's in the earth for if there's a God sitting as administrator over the heavens of the earth and the earth, his job is to deliver brides and bridegrooms up to the Creator. It'd be billions of times. So within an arc cycle, you got 7.5 of these times to where it's gonna take place. You feel me? So each God is going to render up 12 billion souls to the Creator. You know what I mean?
So would it be like a wandering spirit for that time?
Yeah, they'll just be in different like levels of the atmosphere. Like, you know, if you got a grade of 50, you in the 50s. You got a grade of 75, you 3/4 ways up. Yeah. But you're in your resurrection process though. You're not a declining spirit. You're not a spirit that's serving the false gods or whatever. You ain't wandering in the temple of Buddha and nothing on the earth. You actually in the Creator's process of resurrecting and ascending. And it happens, the actual resurrection happens 7 times during the arc cycle. 7.5 times, something like that. God's job is to deliver you up as a bridegroom or a bride to the Creator. And it'd be billions at one time. You know what I mean? God is responsible for every soul living in earth and in the atmosphere surrounding the earth. So be careful calling yourself God. You did. You have trouble with these little jokers. You know what I mean? God got to manage our entire world.
So those that's calling themselves God.
They're God in training. That's it. The women are goddesses in training. You did. You only become a false god or a goddess if people start praying to you and worshiping you and all that. Our job is to always announce the glory of the Creator to whoever we run across. His ever presence I declare to you. I'm just a man. I'm not your fancy decorated leader or nothing like that or whatever. I'm just your bro. But even the angels who roll with the Creator come in the same vibration. Don't worship me. Don't pray to me. I just want your brotherhood. Where I'm at, you gonna be one day. You know what I mean? All praise and glory goes to our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. See what I'm saying? It's the same message, whether it's an angel or whether it's a mortal that rolled with the creator, it's the exact same message. You know what I mean? Creator or nothing. Move them idols up out of your heart. If an idol is anything that has form and figure that is worship. So if you can see it, or it has been seen, it is an idol, especially if you worship it. All right, remember, creator has never been seen. The highest raised angel can't comprehend the creator in all his entirety. The highest raised angel ain't never seen. See, that's why Jesus said, no man has seen God. That's not the creator. Not the creator. And the prophets at times were confused as well. They didn't see it perfectly. You know what I mean? But now that we know Enoch and them, we read the book of Enoch, we saw the vision of the ancient days and all that. That's not the creator, y'all. That's a deity. Now, it can be a true God, but true God gonna tell you, I ain't the creator. Don't pray to me. You know what I mean?
He figured it out. That's how he made it to the level he on.
Yeah, I don't pray to me. I'm your brother. But a false God is gonna tell you, bow. You're standing in the presence of your creator.
Like he did Moses at the bush.
And he told him, you can see my backside. He told him to see his hinder parts. See his hinder parts. You know what I mean? But Jesus said in John 1:18, no man has seen him. So where we going? Are we gonna say that well, no, they have seen him? Moses saw him, Enoch saw him, Daniel saw him, Isaiah saw him. But Jesus or Yeshua say no man has seen him. So where are we going?
Oh wow.
Where we going?
And look,
that's it.
And look, you got it in the Bible. It tells you that even Satan can transfer himself into the angel.
Yeah.
So who? What? Not saying that everybody was a devil. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what we learning is that there are other deities out there. There are other visitations by other heavenly hosts. Yeah. Right? Remember the march? And we marched around the walls of Jericho. And what did they see? They saw the Lord of hosts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was, the head of God's armies. But it wasn't the creator. But you know what I'm saying? That was a mighty man of God's army. You know what I'm saying? So again, but then you have John being visited in Revelations, right? Right. And we immediately bowed down. He said, whoa, get up. I'm your brother. I'm your brother. See, and that's what Malaki telling you. I'm your brother. Don't worship me. I'm your brother.
Hey, look at this right here, y'all. This is a good one right here. This is out the Waspy in the book of Safar. It say, if a man does evil, it takes root in him and will be attached or entailed on his spirit, even into the next world. But if a man practices righteousness, it will also take root, and his spirit will become like a star of glory in heaven. If a man courts evil companions in this world, he shall find them also in the spirit world. But if he constantly seeks creator and to do his will, he shall find happiness both here and hereafter. If a man ministers to others, so will he be ministered to by the angels of heaven. But whoever would grow in all gifts, let him labor to become one with the Father, and the Father will grow in him forever. I bring man naked into the world, says Creator, but I provide others for him in his infancy, so that he may be fed and clothed. But when he is strong and wise, I command him to provide for himself, so that he may be in honor and glory in my handiwork. Let no man shirk from the trials I put upon him, for in doing so, he robs his own soul. So yeah, the things that we do in this world follows us into the next world. You know what I mean? It don't stop. You ain't got away with nothing. So you want good to follow you, put good out. That's it.
You got something you want to ask him?
It's all good, sis. It's all good, Miss Tiny. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
And it's even like when you think about when you follow different peoples and the narratives, how they say about how Jesus went and set the captives free, right? And these are people that you would probably be like, probably have passed on long before his time stepped down, right? So even those people had got another chance. You know what I'm talking about? Right. So time travel where they at probably moves different than time travel when we get. You see what I'm saying? So look, there was a tone. They good. They made right whatever they made wrong, and they got a higher resurrection. You know what I'm saying? Still have to keep working. You know what I'm saying? Onward, outward. Enjoy the rest of God.
Upward and onward and outward forever. We talking about moving forward. That's why them short leggers go to school so they can graduate. They move up to the next grade.
I mean, unless you want to sit here in a box in Jerusalem and walk the streets of gold, and you know, we know the measurements. You can hit the wall, bang, and turn around and walk to the other end, bang, and walk to the other end, bang, and be on that throne. Remember, you deal with idol worship. Now, mind you,
That's straight. I know.
you know who outside the walls, right?
Right.
Now they skip the great past, the judgment, sin, death. Sin,
Hey, boy, Earth.
death.
The
boy.
I'm gonna have to tackle this little joke. What's up, boy?
He can go back. We just want to go back.
Oh yeah, I got a knuckle sandwich for you, boy.
He want to go back one more time. You want to go back one more time, didn't you?
They were supposed to walk over man. And then walkers decided that they wanted to lay with them and have children of it and so forth. But they also, different angels taught them different things about how to work with
Weapons and roots. And
According to the book of Enoch and all that, yeah.
So that's according to the book of Enoch. But it doesn't mention the watchers in the Bible, right? I don't remember.
I mean, they try to correlate them. The Genesis chapter 6 with the book of Enoch, and the angels of God or the sons of God slept with the daughters of men, and giants was in the earth. And yeah, there's people that make the correlation. And there's other people that say that the sons of God are the line of Seth, and the women of men or the sons of men is the people of Cain or something. It's all different types of understanding when it come down to it. You know, it's just.
Crossing Canaan, and they talk about a certain tribe that went into the mountains of, I guess that would be Africa, or part of Asia, somewhere thereabouts. They're Canaan, I'm guessing. But they also talk about this group of religion they were the sons and daughters of, how can I say it?
Yeah, angels laying with women. Basically, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, that and like I said, it was like with Canaan, like after Canaan, they killed Abel, right?
Cain killed Abel, yeah.
So Cain's children were considered to be, lineage was considered to be that also like evil because of the same that father did by killing his brother. And so this continues to perpetuate throughout time.
Mm-hmm.
If you have all these different tribes and they continue to grow on as spread, it's like the Israelites, you know, they're spreading and again developing it. It's like they're moving to the economy. So it's kind of hard to grasp. You know, like what's going on here?
What if the story is a fabrication and just an amalgamation from various traditions, Sumerian, Egyptian,
Sumerian. You know, so Abraham had children. Then there was Noah, right?
Right.
So with that said, that Abraham had children. I ain't never read that. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. It came. All right.
Seth had children.
I mean, Seth. I mean, that's what I meant. Seth came from Adam and Eve.
After Abel was killed.
After Abel
She
was
called it
killed.
off, that's it.
After Abel was killed.
The book said she
She
go to
said,
church.
she said, God bless.
Because I was thinking, that Seth was, did that, no, it's not able,
Yeah.
I got a C charge. I don't got no block. I just got the actual whatchamacallit. You brought your block with you, bruh. Yeah, but look, y'all, these type of conversations we can always have because, like I say, we write in scripture. You feel me? And that's what actually makes what we're talking about even more dangerous, because it's like, dang, these brothers actually in the scripture. We go into something a little bit higher with more clarity. It just puts more icing on the cake. Oh, I speak. The oh, I speak. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that book. And then you go like, you got the Bible and you go like, okay. They always teach you this college, you know, always ask questions about, okay, if you get this information, where you get this information from? How do they get it? And how do you verify if this is true?
Yep, got to get into it.
So a lot of people say that information, I think you can verify it.
Yeah, I'm saying, Mom, all you can do is check it out, and if it lines up with your research, if it resonates with you, you know, let it stand on its own merit. You really ain't gotta, like, it ain't our job to defend any book or whatever. Cause ain't none of this our fault. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like you said, when you're teaching or whatever, you know, if you're teaching, you want to be like, okay, at least half of the stuff on, well, I can say this, and this is going to get followed up from that. This information came from.
Right. Like every spiritual text comes from the spirit world. It gotta be some type of angel communication or whatever. Whether you're talking about the Egyptian hieroglyphics or whatever, they had priests and they was in their little temples and then they're hollering at their oracles and they getting word directly from spirit into the corner and they get the right. When you read the Bible, Isaiah chapter 30, he say, write this in the book, what I'm about to tell you. So any spiritual book you encounter, it wasn't FedEx to you from the throne of God. So that means it had to come through some type of spiritual medium, somebody that's tapped in that was told, write this down, and they wrote it down. Whether you're talking about Bible, whether you're talking about Quran, the Medu Netta, the East Indian philosophies, whatever you're talking about, if it's a spiritual book, it came through some type of spiritual medium. You know what I mean? Moses, 10 Commandments, according to the biblical narrative, written with the finger of God. You see what I'm saying? So that's one thing in common every spiritual text has. Now, the only question be, once you understand that, is this from the Creator or not? And the only way you can know that, is if you gotta read it first and understand the character of who you call a creator. Once you know that, say you read something that says that God that you're reading about is not all powerful, then you gotta question that because you know that your creator is all powerful. It's really that simple, y'all. It ain't even hard. I mean, it just we be stuck. In our mind, we still like everything written down is right. It's not. Try the spirit by the spirit, no matter where you read it in. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. But the beautiful thing is it's not hard to discern. See, they got us thinking it is. It's not. Just keep your mind on the character of the creator. If that inspiration come across my mind to go kill something, to bring some harm to somebody, damage something, I know where that's coming from. That's not my making. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So like I said, you even saying that the stories in the Bible that I have personally, why would I create to do this and destroy all of this?
Man, kids on stone.
Yeah, you got, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's a natural question. You should question that. You know what I mean? And there shouldn't be no problem with you questioning. Oh, you going to hell for asking some questions.
Ain't that what they used to tell you?
Yeah. Go ahead, Jericho.
This is a different subject, speaking about the spirit of retaliation.
Yeah.
So like y'all was saying, like when a man murders a person, and that spirit is waiting for them on the other side of giving them nightmares, retaliating. So that's like vengeance, getting revenge. So my question is like, would it be better to forgive your murderer? Because like wouldn't that like hold you back from your ascension?
You got the opportunity to forgive or exact some type of justice. Like it's all on you. It ain't on God though.
So that's not against the Creator to want revenge.
Not justice for you being murdered and slaughtered. Your whole family got wiped out or whatever. Yeah. It may not be in your spirit to just to forgive somebody right off the bat. Like I'm cold, bro. I'm angry. You killed me, my family.
You killed my boy, and I'm coming after you.
Yeah, but that's just such thing as spirit retaliation.
That's murder.
You know, but it's about this. That's justice you enacting on yourselves though. The credit ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just because you decide to go kill that man, you're responsible for it. So he may be angry as all hell and say, "Boy, I met you in this life and the next when you get over it. You murdered me." Think about this. You see a lot of cats that get real disrespectful with disrespecting the dead. When the Chicago drill rapper, the FBG Duck, when he got aired out in Chicago, you had a King Von and all them laughing, joking. Man, a month later, maybe 2 later, King Von got smoked down in the line. And when I remember when it happened, I said, boy, they came back quick. They was just, I'm talking bad about this bro. They mowed him down in the streets on camera. You know what I mean?
So that won't hold back the spirit of retaliation from their elevation?
Yeah. They got to work together until they finally get along, and then they got to work together and do right to each other to rise up. However long it takes, it may take you 1,000 years to get along finally. That's on y'all.
So it's always better to forgive.
Absolutely. It's just every situation you run into, he may not be as forgiving. Yeah, but it's true about this. By you murdering him, you just bound yourself to him. So if it takes 3,000 years for you to convince this man to be better with it and rise up and to forgive you for it, then so be it. You shouldn't have killed him. You know what I mean? However long it takes. You mess around and kill somebody that is forgiven. And it's like, man, whatever, bro. I'm trying to keep it moving. I ain't trying to be bound to this earth or whatever. You know what I mean? But that don't mean you ain't finna have to holler at him. You know what I mean? So no, yes, it is better to forgive, absolutely. It is, but every spirit you run into ain't gonna be forgiven. Yeah, it's spirit retaliation on a major league level. You know what I mean? Hey, little jokers, y'all want some knuckle sandwiches, boy? Man, I'm finna have to wrestle these little nephews of mine, man. Hey, man, we about to get up out of here, a little taste. I see everybody yawning a little bit. Boo-boo over there looking at us serious, like, hey, it's about time. Hey, y'all wanna get on out of here with the Creator's prayer? And you know, as always, it's always an honor, man, chopping it up with the fam. We've been at it today for a little minute too. We, 4 hours earlier. We're a little bit over 2 hours right now. Then we was chopping up about a good hour before we even went live. So, it's been a long day of just dropping light. You know what I mean? And it feels good. I don't know about you, big homie, man. It was good, baby. It feels good. Okay, come on with it, mom. It's all good. Hopefully, I can answer the text. You dig? We gonna read this. Hey, y'all, it's real simple though. It ain't hard, man. It ain't hard. You dig? Just know the character of your maker. Listen for the message. You dig? And execute. If it's good, then stand with it. If it ain't, keep it moving. Let me read this to y'all right here. This is the Creator's prayer as prayed by Yahshua in Oashpi. I want to share that with y'all. And we pray on out. Right here. Bang. And it's the same one. It's just, you got a couple extra words on it. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. All right, right here it say, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now look at this. This is the story of Yahshua, who everybody called Jesus today. and a waspy, right? Now trip out what he's saying. He say right here. He say right here in verse 14, he say, remember that all things are of the Creator, and you are his servants to help one another. And as much as you do these services to one another, so do you serve the Creator. 16, behold only the virtues and wisdom in your neighbor. His faults you shall not discover. So whatever somebody falling short at, you ain't anybody speaking about that. You probably letting the sister know, sister, I see the good you doing. Keep going. Brother, I see, you know what I mean, how you make strides toward getting yourself together. Keep going. Not, you know, hey, brother, you fell short last night. You know what I mean? You don't need to remind anybody of their shortcomings. You know what I mean? Just if you want to raise them up, talk about the good they doing. That'll inspire them to get better. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. It says, behold only the virtues and wisdom in your neighbor. His faults you shall not discover. His matters are with his Creator. Watch this. Do not call on the name of any God or Lord in worship, but worship Creator only. And when you pray, let it be in this manner. Jehovah, or Creator, who rules in heaven and earth, hallowed be your name, and reverent among men. Sufficient for me is my daily bread. And as much as I forgive those who trespass against me, so forgive me and make me steadfast to shun temptation. For all honor and glory are yours, worlds without end. Hallelujah, amen. Oh, wait. So then he go on to say, to visit the sick and distress, the helpless and blind, and to relieve them, to provide for the widow and orphan, and keep yourself unspotted before men. These are the way of redemption. Dang. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful, that boy. So yeah. Y'all job is to get out here and you know, ask the Creator for light. That way you may, you know, help somebody the next day or whatever. Send me somebody I can help out. You know what I mean? And in doing that, you ain't doing them but getting your grade up, spiritual grade. You may hear people today say, increase your frequency, increase your vibration. All they saying is get your spirit grade up. And when you do something good for somebody, you feel better. You feel a lot better. You be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can get used to this. You see, but that's what the Creator wanted us to do with each other. Love serve him by doing righteous work to one another. It's really that simple. If you want to know if the voice you're hearing is coming from the Creator or not, learn his character and listen for the message. It's that simple. You understand that? You can't go wrong. So if the temptation comes through to say, I am the Lord your God, and I command you to offer up your grandbaby as a burnt offering. Run, buddy. Hell to the gnaw, your breath stank, and get the hell away from me. Kick rocks. Huh? Some people scared to talk with the spirit like that, but I'm not. I don't give a damn. You gotta go. You gotta go by. Nah, you can't even be over here with none of that. You dig? You won't get this light, but nah, I'm never doing that. You feel me? Because again, spirit ain't nothing but people without physical bodies. There's one time people who used to stink like you in the morning, and no, I'm not finna. Man, anyway, you over here, you about to get this light. That's what's about to happen. You know what I mean? But no, I don't agree with nothing you talking about. You know, you got to get bow-legged in the shoulders with these spirits. You can't just be all passive and, ooh, it looked like it hurt. I don't want to say that. Ooh, I don't want to raise my voice above. I don't want to use my outside voice. Man, if you don't go raw on that dark force that's trying to get up in your crib and take over your family, I don't agree with you. You can't be up in her. You gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah, nah. You gotta go. I don't agree with you. We're not coming into agreement with none of that. You gotta get them out of here. You know what I mean? And you gonna get this light while you over here. That's just what it is. But I don't agree with nothing you talking about. You gotta get like that, because if we went outside right now and a cane Corso was out there salivating, you dig, and was running up the street after mama right here, mama, you gonna use your inside voice? Oh, stop. Get out of here. You gonna be like, ah! You gonna be beating your feet, jumping on top of cars. You gonna You're going to lose your dignity. That's right. You're going to lose your dignity yelling for help. You feel me? And it's the same in the spirit world. You can't be all like, look, we're not playing. We're not playing with none of these dark forces. No, you can't be over here. You dig? And that's the thing. We just got to really just know what it is, know who we are, know who our creator is, and know how special we are. All of us hold a special spot with the one that made you. You know what I mean? And you got a direct connection. Direct connection. Did y'all hear? Let me quick question. Did y'all hear anything today that was blood curdling, violence, anything about child sacrificing or killing babies or anything evil? You may have heard something that challenged what you thought it was, but did you hear anything evil from these brothers in here today? No. The message is not evil. It ain't got nothing to do with being evil or nothing. It's all about love, light, happiness, and all that good stuff from your maker. You know what I mean? And whenever you're being tempted to get on something or a type of time that you know is wrong, that's not creative. You got every right to reject that. I don't agree with you. Who is you? What? No, bye. No, I'm not doing that. Huh? Didn't Jesus put the devil in his place when he came tempting him? Did he say, no, get out of here, Satan? Hiss. He ain't do all that. No, it's written right here. You get right here. Get behind me. That's how bold you got to be. You can't play it soft. You got to play the field house for real, man. And you'll start seeing motion and all that. And you got to know that the creator's with you. Like, I know it. Can't nobody convince me otherwise. Absolute. I'm fully convinced. You can't convince me no other way. It's just what it is. You see what I'm saying? And that's all of us got to get there. But in our own proper time, you get there. You know what I mean? It ain't a rush. You ain't competing or none of that. Just know that you hold a very special spot with your maker. And you got a direct connection. Tap on in. All right? Other than that, any more questions? Boo-boo, you got something you want to say? You cool? Miss Tiny, we good? Mama, what's going on? Mama? Okay, you catch me next week. What's up, little joker? You good? No. You been good, though. All right, man. We don't want no parts of no trouble, right? Yeah. We gonna duck trouble. Hey, little joker. Hey. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. Nehemiah, you got any last words you want to say, brother? Talk to me.
Live to your highest light. Be right.
Live to your highest light and be right. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. You know what I mean? You know, Creative Game been cooking about 10 hours a day. You know, it's nothing but your regular. Nothing but your regular. We about to sit on back and enjoy the rest of this weekend. We'll tap back in with y'all in a couple days or two. And remember, all praise to the creator, the God maker, the maker of suns, moons, and stars, that always was, is, and ever shall be. The mighty and great spirit, the mighty and great I am, whose magnitude is incomprehensible and whose presence is everywhere. Until then, I'm your little brother, Malaki Macabee. Till the next time, family. Right on out. Oh, wait. Good to be good. If y'all got some understanding today, y'all drop a vortex in the chat, man. Y'all know CGG, we out here, man. Having conversations amongst the community and all that. Dealing with our peoples and all that, man. It ain't nothing but love. It ain't nothing but love. Y'all drop a vortex in the chat if y'all got some understanding. 2 powerful classes back to back. You feel me? I'm about to get up off here and try to enjoy the rest of this weekend, a little taste. Y'all know, until the next time, family, love, light, and all that good stuff in between. I'm out of here. CGG.